And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, Darnold. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. 23 yards on the play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Faking the give, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
From the 50, it's Darnold. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Derek Barnett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride.
Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Over!
After the interception, here's Darnold. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Geis. Directly over it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Darnold on first down. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit!
Darnold from the gun. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
A first down throw, Darnold. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To the air again, Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
Leopard! Leopard!
They run with Geis. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here we go with Geis. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go!
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw now in his own end zone. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! No, Jack, Patriot! Patriot!
To throw on second down is Darnold. Flushed out right, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So now fourth down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
And Butker able to put this one through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A very solid gain of 27.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. He'll get it up the middle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
A final shot before the break. Darnold, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A gain of 6 there on first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. They give him a gain of 37.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Leopard. Leopard.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Redskins now.
Detroit!
Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Dumps it off for Geist. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
No. Check. Patriot!
Off of play action, Darnold. He'll check it down to Geist. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Lucky 56.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Darnold to throw again. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a give running left is Geist. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Geist, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Watch him now, Barney. Hey, got three down.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Left side, caught by Matthews. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. To throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
He'll look to throw. Flush to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing.
Touchdown, Washington! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
looking to throw. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
Back to throw here. Going deep for Benjamin. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Darnold now to throw. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with 3 seconds remaining. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Butker now to kick this one away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.